Hey, welcome to class number 2. I'll just remind everybody here in studio, everyone here on Zoom, congratulations. If you participate today, you will earn participation points. And I actually went through and did participation points um, for everyone who was here on Monday. If you go on and look at your grades for the first discussion and you don't have 10 points, in fact, Nicholas, I see you're on Zoom. Were you here in person? There's multiple Nicholases in the class. Well, not Nico. Yeah, but I had a couple There's a couple Nicholases in the class, and I know Nico. And I was just curious. Nicholas is on Zoom. Is this the same Nicholas that was in class on Monday? And now, Nico, you're on the Zoom also? Wait, no, there's two Nicholases. See? Okay. All right. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, Nicholas. How you doing? What's your favorite movie?
I'd probably have to say Anchorman 2.
Ooh. All right. Cool. Well, welcome. I don't think we talked to you on Monday, but no fear. It's also an asynchronous class, so hope you watch the lecture at least, or you have the opportunity to watch it by Sunday to catch up. But welcome.
Okay.
Feel free to jump in and comment anytime. We're going to be talking about a couple things. Welcome. I'm going to guess the other Nicholas was the one that was here on Monday, because I think we have three Nicholases in the class. So that's the popular name this semester. So okay, let me know if we got to if you're Nick or Nicholas or whatever. Hey, Nathan. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go by Nick, I guess.
You whatever you want. One semester we had multiple Davids in class. So just one day I gave them all numbers. And then there's still like a student I run into. I'm like, oh, D2, what's up? And he's like, why they show up second that day? I don't want to be D2. So again, you don't if I ever give you a nickname and you don't like the nickname, please tell me. I had well, to be honest, he's not here right now, but Geronimo, who is the facility manager, works here at GAF. I gave him a nickname, and he went 2 years. He told me he didn't like it, but Geronimo's always joking. And then one day he's like, legitimately, don't call me that anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay. I thought you were joking all those times when you told me not to call you that. So I respect it. Called. I'm not looking to insult anybody, but Geronimo, he didn't like it because the students were thinking that was his name because I called him his nickname all the time. So, yeah. Okay. I started recording. Oh, shoot. I was recording that. Geronimo, don't watch this. Okay. Let's start. We're going to watch a GAV TV news. Today, we are going to talk about camera. Today's lecture is going to be about camera operation. We're going to be talking about framing and the idea of proper shots and learning terminology for shots and composition, rule of thirds, fun stuff like that. We're actually going to push the GAV TV news scheduling to Monday to give everyone an idea, because I'm having meetings next week, and we're going to have a lot of stuff that we're going to be able to shoot in person here at GAV. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? Welcome back. Yes, Maston. Absolutely. Throw it out. If is it happening next week? Okay, it's in February. Great. Maston has taken this class last semester. Club Day. That's a great one.
I didn't even know we have clubs.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know that. So I feel, where this document came from? There's like a Google Doc about kinds of
The
stuff.
events?
Yes, there's like a,
Yes.
you know what?
We,
okay.
yeah, we'll look at that on Monday. But yeah, if you see any event, any advertised to you and you think you want, that's going to be your story, as much of the content that happens here on campus, they want us to document. Hi, Marty, how are you? Marty has joined the chat, everybody. Post 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 an L for Marty in the chat, everybody, okay? Or what do the Twitch streamers say? What are you supposed to put? F in the chat? Isn't F bad?
F is to pay respect.
Okay.
L is for loser.
F.
W in the chat for
All right. F to pay respect. Okay, good. Good to know. I would assume F is bad. So
F is just, yeah, but like if you want W.
speaking of F's, welcome Brianna. Come on in.
Fuck that.
No, respect. I was giving respect. F's.
Sorry, no, I interpreted that completely different despite the fact that we just talked about it. I interpreted that like F grade. I'm like, dude, we just
Oh
started.
no. Bree got A's in my class at least last semester. So I don't know about your other ones. Okay. Great, Marty. Thank you. All right. So I was talking about GAF TVs, which we'll talk about on Monday. I want to focus on camera work and that. But before we do, and before we jump into the thing I'm going to show, I like to ask this in the front of every class. Anybody watch anything good, bad, discussable since the last time we met? So that's Monday. Hopefully all of you have consumed some sort of content that you'd like to talk about. Yeah, John. What'd you think of one battle after another?
It was good. Honestly, like,
What?
it took me like 2 weeks to watch it. 'Cause, like,
2 weeks to watch it? How are you watching a movie? In TikTok increments or what?
yeah, that was really fast.
Sure, I get that a lot from students.
I've just been so busy lately that I finally finished it. It was pretty good. Like, I liked it.
Pretty good. Okay. How many stars would you give one battle after another?
Like a 4, like, yeah, like probably 4.5.
A what?
Like a 4.5. Like,
Okay,
5.
great. Thank you. You have allowed me to talk about one of my one rules here in class.
Oh, so it's
I,
just solid stars.
yeah, you, in my class in front of me, when you rank a movie or rate a movie with star ratings, I only, I won't enforce this anyway, because I just ask you to go by my star rating, which is 1 through 5, whole stars only. So that whole stars, no halves, no half measures. Be bold and tell me what you like. You gave it a 5, right? Ooh, see, that makes it more, okay. So 5 basically means you loved it. 4 means you liked it. 3 means it's okay. 2 means you hated it or is bad, and 1 means you hated it. Okay. Who said that?
The Marty.
Marty, 2 and you used a half star in front of me? Send help. That's the new Raimi movie. So in a full star, Marty, what is it going to be? But one battle after another, I gave it 5 stars. I like one battle. I think it's going to win Best Picture. Not that Oscars really mean much, but they're cool things to think about. Yeah. Anybody else see one battle and feel differently? I love dissenting opinions. You can also say, Tim, you gave it 5 stars, but it's 1 star, or you gave it 1 star and it's 5 star. After class, we looked at my letterbox and saw some films that you like that I don't like, which is great. Is the fact that we have different opinions is what's fun about filmmaking, and I can watch something and get something different out of it. No one else saw one battle? Okay, you saw one battle? What'd you see, Bree? Primate? With the monkey? Okay, Primate. Let's listen to your horror movie. I will tell you, I didn't see Primate, but I have an experience with it. I was at Avatar: Fire and Ash, and they played the trailer for Primate, and my 10-year-old son was scared out of his mind, started crying by the trailer, and he's the, out of my 3 kids, he's the one that's most afraid of movies. Jurassic Park like ruined his life. So I was really worried here. I'm going to clean the lens really quick because I keep seeing. Okay, there you go. I was cleaning me, but it didn't help. Okay. Yeah, look at that shine. Like, what did I do? Sorry. All right. Let's try that.
And you did it again.
All right. Okay. Oh, okay. How many stars would you give Primate?
How many stars did I give it? I give it three.
Three. Okay. Anybody else see Primate?
It was good though because I went in blind, like really, really blind.
You didn't watch it? You like had your eyes closed the whole?
No,
It's a joke. It's a joke. Sorry.
And I was like, yeah, nothing to do with it. So it was me and my cousin. All three of us went, and we were like, "What are we watching again?" He was like, "Primate," and he was like, "Okay, cool." And then after we were walking in, I was like, "It gives that case of the ripped face lady," and he was like, "That's exactly what it is." And I was like, "I fucking know." And then he did. And then once we got to like the beginning scene where like they're ripping faces off, then he turned to us and he was like, "Oh, it's war, by the way." And I was like, right. Thank you.
It's fun to go in and not know things. Unfortunately for me, that doesn't happen much because I like want to read and watch trailers and stuff. I almost respect people who don't watch trailers and not go into something with as much yeah, like uh, the secret to success in life is to have no expectations because going into something I've had experiences where I go and I'm like this is my one of my favorite directors of all time and I sit there and then I'm like disappointed because it was an okay movie, right? Like but this is like oh but this is Martin Scorsese and it's 3.5 3.5 hours and I wished I liked Killers of the Flower Moon better. Anybody else see anything they want to talk about? Maston.
So
Just
I've been rewatching Lego Ninjago.
Lego
The
Ninjago.
only reason I bring it up is because I just finished season 2, and I give the whole thing, the whole season 2, I have to give it 3 stars. And I can't give it a 2 because I like the first half, but I can't give it a 4 because I don't like the second half. And I feel like the big thing I don't like about the second half of season 2 is how they ran out of money. It just feels like they ran out of the money to continue making what they were doing in season 1, what they were like they continued from the pilot from season like 0. I'd say that's like 2 episodes of the pilot. But I ended up just not liking it because we have the Green Ninja. He shows up. Love that for Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Boy, I feel
Lloyd,
the
right?
end of season 2 has always struck me as a little odd because you see the whole thing is like animated. It's an entirely animated show. Nobody knows that. And they don't have any textures on any of the buildings in Ninjago City for most of season 2. They just didn't have the time to put on like any decals or any textures on the buildings, so they're just gray bricks, and that takes so much away from the rest of the show. But Garmadon's big Garmatron, the big secret weapon that he's going to take over Ninjago with, was a really big letdown. I think they should have just turned him into a dragon that should have been it. But they gave him a tank to just cruise into Ninjago with. And I just kind of was like, what is this? What am I watching now? I'm going to keep watching it because I know everything after that ends up either being pretty good or good. But that's all I've heard. So I had to give it a
Okay. I am familiar with the Lego Ninjago movie. That's about as good as I get. So I know the Green Ninja and Lloyd and all of that. So thank you. 3 stars for season 2. No textures. Great. Nathan, you wanted to say, and then we'll do maybe one more and then we'll jump into it. What's up, Geronimo?
Yeah, so I still have to finish it, but I'm halfway through a Bollywood movie called Rise, Revolt, Roar. It's also known as RRR.
Yeah.
Um I'd say I like where I am right now, I give it a good 4 stars. It has potential to still be 4 stars after I finish it, but it's like there's just it's a fictional film based on pre-revolutionary India, and they so you it it is there is some sensitive stuff like how England treated India back then, but then there's also stuff that is just like way over the top in like the best way.
Yeah. Has anybody here seen RRR? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna show a scene from it. Okay, I've seen it, Nathan. So
Okay.
you've only watched it, so you haven't finished it, so I'm not gonna let you give me your star. I think you said 4 stars currently.
Yeah, but like I got through like I'm like halfway through it.
Okay, wait till the end because sometimes they can drop the ending or the ending can do that. So hold on your ratings. I'll ask you that in the future. But here, let's watch a clip from RRR since that's a good, inspiring piece. And I think hopefully, I don't think I'm going to show you anything from, I won't spoil you, I don't think.
Yeah, Marty, it is a pretty goofy movie, but I do like how ridiculous it is at some points. Oh yeah, this clip.
Not salsa, not flamenco, my brother.
Do you know Natu?
What is Natu?
పొలం గట్టు దుమ్ములోన పోట్ల గిత్త దూకినట్టు పొలేరమ్మ జాతరలో పోతరాజు ఊగినట్టు కిర్రు సెప్పులేసుకొని కర్ర సాము చేసినట్టు మర్రి చెట్టు నీడలోన కుర్ర గుంపు కూడినట్టు ఎర్ర జొన్న రొట్టెలోన మిరప తొక్కు కలిపినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నాటు 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 తీర నాటు 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 కూర నాటు
I've had enough of this nonsense! You two, out!
No, Jake, I've had enough of your bullying. Go away! Go!
పోయేలా ఢండన కరమోగినట్టు సెవులు సిల్లు పడేలాగా కీసు పిట్ట కూసినట్టు ఏలు సిటికెలేసేలా ఎప్పారం సాగినట్టు కాలు సింధు తొక్కేలా దుమ్మారం రేగినట్టు ఒళ్ళు చెమట పట్టేలా వీరంగం చేసినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నాటు 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 వీర నాటు 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 కూర నాటు 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 గట్ట పారలాగా చెట్ట నాటు 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 ఉక్కపోతలాగా తిక్క నాటు
This is disgusting. This is filthy. Ginny.
భూమి దత్తరిల్లేలా ఒంటిలో నిరగతమంత రక్కలేసి ఎగిరేలా ఎసే రోయకాయకి నాటు 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 అరే దుమ్ము దుమ్ము దులిపేలా లోపలున్న పానమంతా దుమ్ము డుముకులాడేలా దూకేరో సరాసరి నాటు నాటు నాటు
Filthy.
Oh, okay. I will say it's not. It's a Bollywood film, so of course there's dancing in it, but it's not necessary. Here, let me.
That's a clip from a movie.
That's a movie, yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't know if it was a music video.
Yeah, it's called RRR. Let me just show you so you know, just like one other scene.
Have you seen the one that DJ Snake did in India?
DJ Snake?
Yeah, he did a music video in India.
I kind of. Which one? This one right here?
I was looking at the one below that.
Oh, okay. Here, I just want to show you. We won't watch too much because this might be spoiled. Okay. I just wanted to let you know, I didn't want to share too much and ruin the end for Nathan, but that's the same movie. So there's a really awesome. Have you seen the motorcycle part yet, where it's kind of like they like catch each other midair, kind of like Fast and Furious, Nathan? You've seen that part?
Yeah, with the on the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd love our Geronimo. So I recommend it. It's on Netflix, and it's pretty long. I think it's like 3 hours. So
yeah, that's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't watch it all at once. It was really long.
I get that. The Bollywood movies are really long and are intentionally long because it's an escape for the public to go get into air conditioning or a room that isn't outside. And movie culture is different in different worlds. So pretty awesome. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. If you didn't get to share today, we can either talk at the end and but I do like to open up everything with watching some fun stuff. And if you share something, you might get to see some cool clips. I want to showcase our latest Gav TV news, which was published this week, and then we'll get into the lecture. So I'm going to share one more thing. And then let's go. Of course, if you want to see our latest Gav TV news, you just go to the website. You can scroll down and say, oh, here's Gav TV news. You can click this on YouTube and get to our YouTube channel. While we're here, you're going to give it a like. You're going to subscribe. Well, I just liked my own video because I am logged in as Gav TV news right now. But cool. 49 views so far. Let's learn about the Tutoring Center.
The Tutoring and Writing Center is a great space for students to just have space on campus. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of stimulus, and this is a nice environment to focus on your studies and on your work in a place that supports you.
We do have like computers, we have free printing in here, we have spaces where students can rent out like private study rooms to get quiet rooms, whether they want to work as individuals or collaboratively with their groups. We also have instructors that are in and out of here all the time. So your English instructor might be in here during their office hours. You can always ask them some questions.
Tutor's main role is to be a partner in learning. That can be a partner in learning when they're working with other students. It can be a partner in learning when they're working with faculty to talk through sticking points or particular challenges. It can be a partner in learning when working with me, thinking about what training opportunities would be helpful, to think about ways that we can make our spaces more student-centered and more welcoming for students. That's their main role, is to be a learning partner to everyone across campus.
We help develop GAV students here into becoming the writers that they're meant to be, right? And sometimes you need your peer to kind of lessen the tension of like, hey, I have to turn this assignment in, I have to do well.
We offer free tutoring to all Gavilan students, whether they're enrolled at Hollister, on the Gilroy campus, online, and doing fully distance education.
You just have to be a student at Gavilan. You don't have to be enrolled in a specific class. We do specialize in writing tutoring, so there's always going to be help in writing. So whether it's like a lab report for a science class, a history paper, child development paper, nursing paper, whatever it is, we can always help with writing. But if you just want to come down here and use the space, you just have to be a GAV student.
I think it's a very fun environment here at our center. Most of the time. I mean, we do serious work, but we also do serious play, and I think that's really important.
We also have candy, we have popcorn, we have puzzles, and we try to have on the whiteboards here in the Tutoring and Writing Center thought-provoking prompts and little fun things to play with. One
thing that I love about this space is that they can come in here and just hang out. We have a really cool study room that we partnered with the LGBTQIA plus group to build, and so we have this great room in the corner where people can just go in and hang out in that room, and it's got resources and a lovely plushy dragon and all sorts of really cool things. So it's a space for everybody to just come and hang and find some community.
We're always here to help, even if you just want someone to listen, like whatever you got going on. We care about the community here. This is a cultural hub of Gavilan. This is where people meet their friends that they'll hopefully carry with them for the rest of their lives. And so we want you to enjoy that moment here too.
So in Hollister, it's the Learning Resource Center. It's in room A138, and they're open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Fridays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And in Gilroy, same hours, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 6, Friday, 9 to 1, and the location is the Learning Commons inside the library, LI 168.
I would say that one of the best naps I ever took was inside of the study room, because when you turn the lights off and lay down on the ground, nobody can see you and you're just in a nice private environment. So.
Yes. You can what?
You need to see the lower thirds. Two different. That's not a video. That's not the same video. Go back. I want to see
The Tutoring and Writing Center is a
Those, and there's one right in the corner. Those look like two different fonts.
Good eye, Maston. Great, great eye, Maston. Okay, so they are two different fonts. Why did I do that? Why would you do that? Well,
why did you do that? You specifically. What's the matter with you?
it was me specifically. I couldn't figure out what font this was. And,
You didn't just copy paste. Did you make this?
okay, so a student made this one, and then I had to correct one of the fonts because the student had a name change. So originally, if you remove the font that I just put on top, I tried to get it as close as possible. So, but eagle eye viewer like you, Maston, and that's a great critique to note that yes, I should have got the exact same font, or I should have changed all the fonts to match, right? That would have been an easier way too. But great pointing it out. I didn't think anyone would notice, but Maston, excellent job. I do appreciate that. So Willow is the editor, and just gave this to me last semester, and then I adjusted to fix the fonts. So, okay, great. All right. F, okay, let's pay respects, send help. Yeah. Oh, so Nathan, then how were you watching it, with subs or dubs or
Like I said, the Netflix doesn't have it in it like its original language, but the closest, so I'm watching it in Hindi, but with English subtitles, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of the movies that have, like, India has it has multiple languages spoken in the country. So all of their films are dubbed, and in fact I remember reading something about RRR that the cast it was like translated into 7 or 8 different languages just within the country, and then outside. So I watched English dubs, even though, subs over dubs usually. But for that one, I thought it was fun to watch that. I watched that with people who didn't appreciate um, uh, subs or dubs. Okay, let's talk about composition. Okay, this is so I have assigned to you officially today project number 1, which is the framing exercise. The framing exercise is you need to put together a short video. And in fact, this is your one assignment, one project of the semester. It doesn't even have to be video. And let me tell you about that. We are going to talk and talk about styles of shots, as well as aspect ratio, or proper framing. And what does that mean? That means like how we frame the image. So even like we're all looking at you. I know you Zoomers on Zoom can't see the audience. You're looking at me, but everyone's looking at you, FYI, if you have your camera on. So they're all seeing you. We're all judging your framing of your Zoom camera, or at least I am. I don't know if everyone else is judging you, but we went through COVID, most of us, and I feel bad for those of you who actually had to do learning through COVID. I had to do teaching through COVID, which was awful, but it amazes me. Marty's giving a shout out for proper framing. It amazes me how many like Zooms that I'll go on, and my mom will be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And it's like, why am I looking at just the top of your head or whatever, right? So we think of like proper framing is the concept of like putting your subjects in the frame, how it'll best present for the eye and for the audience. Now, that being said, how we frame our subject and our audience is going to be dependent on what we're trying to say and what we're trying to do. Great job, Justin. Yeah, everybody's making their framing bad now on the lower third or the upper third. But we're okay, that's fun. But what the main concept is we are going to abide by this thing called the rule of thirds. Who knows what the rule of thirds are? Nathan.
So the rule of thirds is that the screen is divided up in like a 3 by 3 grid, and it's like the trick to the rules of 3 is to have at least something in one of those squares to like make the whole shot interesting.
Absolutely. And basically where we're going to start with is the concept of the rule of thirds is actually a artwork. It's a design. It's an aesthetic. It's how our eyes work and view images. For example, if we choose this picture right here, we look and see that this image is done into 9 quadrants, right? Now, Nathan, you did say that there should be something in every square, right? Well, not necessarily. Like, is there anything in this square? There's not really. It's just sky. What the concept of the rule of thirds is actually that our subject should be framed on one of the thirds. And the way that we're going to look at the rules of thirds is there are vertical thirds and horizontal thirds, right? And so our verticals are left to right. And we will change the image into 3 sections. And then the vertical thirds are up and down and put it into 1, 2, and 3. Now, when we look at this is like a theory that applies to photography, applies to artwork when you're painting something. If you notice, from this point forward, I hope all of us moving forward will not only watch our films, our movies, our content with the concept of like, where are the rule of thirds happening? But I want you to look at a picture. I want you to look at a painting and realize, hey, the rule of thirds are happening here. It's the concept of like composition in all artwork. And what's really fascinating is there's 4 points that are the most important 4 points of an image. And these are called the areas of intersection. That's where the 2 rules of third meet. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, right? So looking at this picture, we see that it's framed using the rule of thirds. Where is this focal point of the area? What is the focus of this image? And Zoom people, I'm going to tell you right now, appreciate you raising your hands, but just feel free and jump in. And if we step over each other, that's fine. I'm looking at this image too, so I'm not looking at you. So if someone wants to say something on Zoom, go for it, is what I'm saying. Maston, you want to say something? You're waiting for Zoom? No one's jumping in yet. So, okay, go for it, Maston. Is this person right here, right? Okay, person on the right. And we notice that they are on the right vertical third. And they're framed. We can see it's almost dissecting their body, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be this. What the subject is here. Now, I would say, why isn't the subject's head right here on this third? Hey, Willow. We just watched you on the tutoring center. Yeah, the writing center.
Those rooms are really good to take a nap.
Yep. I've heard that. Oh, excellent. Walk in, walk out. Okay, so what's notable too is looking in the composition, the background is important as well. We have basically the horizon is on this lower third, and we have our subject on this right third. And what we have here is nothing pretty much in our image. But what is that called in photography, in painting, if you have nothing in part of your image? Negative space. Yes, and what do you think negative space does to an image? You don't know. If you had to guess, what does the negative space do here to this image? Look at the image and tell me what you think.
Wouldn't it naturally draw the attention of the audience to something that has space, or just it doesn't draw the audience to the negative space. It's like trying to draw the attention to something else that's more noticeable.
Absolutely. Yes. That is absolutely it. Because the absence of anything over here, our eyes naturally look, because the way that our eyes work and the way that we are as human animals, right? Like our eyes were created and evolved to notice things so that we could be aware of what's going on. So that negative space here means ultimately, when you first looked at the image, we probably all started right here because there's something there. So the absence of something up here means that our focus is going to be here. And really, this is going to be our first location that we're going to look at. Let's take a look at another image right here. Like if we look at this, the rule of thirds, we're looking at this tree becomes our focal point, right? So even though that it's it's a scenic photo, we are still using the rule of thirds and putting our main focus on here. What do you think is, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll do like a C. Which area of intersect do you think is the most important out of these three? Or what's the first one that you look at when you look at the image? Look away and then look back really quick and see, where does your eye go first? Okay, put your fingers up so we don't influence anybody. Right? I look at 2 first. I mean, there. You can also see like, hey, the negative space here draws here. The sunset isn't perfectly centered in the image. So these are all things to think about when we're composing shots. And what you'll notice, we're going to watch a video example of this, but everything that we frame ends up being in those areas of interest or apply to the rule of thirds. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. Okay. Try to fix my shot how I want to do it. Okay. Look at my shot here. How is my framing? Thinking of the rules of third that we just learned. Mid. My shot is mid. We're not judging the subjects or the appearance. How is the framing? Am I too centered? Should I be on this third? Should I be on this third? Or is being in the center proper? What do you think?
For this context, being in the center makes sense. But if we were to frame you as if we're a subject of film, we might want cameras back here. One side of the other.
One of the intersects. Okay. Now, immediately I'm starting with an example that breaks kind of the rule, because we just learned like, hey, I should probably be framed this way. But where I am following the rule of thirds is if we look right up, okay, let's see if I can do it with my finger, right, this top vertical third, what part of me is on the top vertical or top horizontal third? My eyes. Okay. So the most important part of framing someone's face is going to be their eyes, right? The eyes are the gateway to the soul, or whatever you want to call them. But it is the main part when you're framing your face on there. So think about the rule of thirds. If I go here and frame myself to be on the lower third, how does this change the composition of my shot?
It makes you less.
I get a lot of. It gets what? Sorry, say that again.
It puts less focus on you and more on the background.
I have what? Leading lines.
The curtains are.
So the curtain, this is all like negative space stuff up there, right? The set, yeah, okay. So I have that too, but I'm talking about myself right now. Okay. So if I'm on the lower third right here, I'm being framed. It doesn't make the negative space will draw people eventually to me. But what this does is if I frame someone like this, do I look tall or do I look short? I look short. Where you put your subject on these lower thirds can determine how you see somebody. Have you ever heard where they're like, hey, I met this celebrity in person. They're actually short. Well, how we use the camera can make someone look tall or look small. So those really, I'll tell you, I've humble brag, right? But I've worked in corporate video. I've worked around here and I've worked around celebrities quite a bit. And I met Arnold Schwarzenegger one time. And I was shocked to see that I was taller than Arnold Schwarzenegger. But in all the movies, he looks like a giant, right? And I grew up thinking that. So that being said, how you frame and where you put your subjects can change not only what you think of the person, but sometimes you'll even frame your subjects because you want them to feel a way. We're going to talk about angles in a bit, but there's a way that you film a villain so that subconsciously we know this person's bad versus how you film your hero. But let's talk to this. So my vertical thirds are right here, and I'm in the dead center, right? I'm on the horizontal third, but I'm in the dead center. And why is that? It's because who I'm speaking to. Thank you, Marty. I am talking to you, the audience. Who knows what it's called when an audience in a piece of fiction speaks into the camera?
Isn't it breaking the fourth wall?
Fourth wall, yes, breaking the fourth wall. So here's a great example. I'm on a movie set right here. Here's my set. Wall number 1, wall number 2, wall number 3. That means the fourth wall is the camera, right? So we think of Sheldon's apartment, or we think of the Friends set, or we think of what's another 3-camera comedy that you all will have watched and know. Brady Bunch is not going to. Who knows a 3-camera comedy that they watch? A sitcom. Good Luck Charlie is a great example. Good Luck Charlie. Any of the Married with Kids is a great example. I don't know Thunder Kids. I know Dog with a Blog. Does that work? Dog with a Blog. Dog with a Blog. Okay. What else do my kids like? Fuller House. Okay. All of those are sets, right? And the camera represents the fourth wall. So if the characters are talking to one another and then they turn and look into the camera, when you break the fourth wall, who is the subject talking to? Well, Geronimo said it. Great job, Geronimo. The viewer. He said the viewer. So it's talking to us, the audience. So I'm doing a Zoom lecture and I'm literally talking to you on the other end of the camera. So Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, right? So when we break the fourth wall, we're talking to the viewer. We're letting the viewer know. Since you're all viewers and we're looking into the cameras, we're centered. We can be centered into the frame. But imagine this is a work of fiction. This is a movie. This is a TV show. We're not supposed to know. We're supposed to suspend our disbelief. Suspension of disbelief is when we, the audience, enter into a pact with the show saying, I know this is a fake show with actors, but I'm going to watch it and believe that the story is happening, right? Do you know that? We all suspend our disbelief by watching something. And when a movie's really good, you can be so invested in the characters that you cry, you laugh, you have a good time. It's one of your favorite movies. But then there are moments in the films that remind us we're watching a film. Can you think of something that might suspend your disbelief of the world of your TV show or movie? Maston's letting other people answer. There's no wrong answers, but actually there are wrong answers, but there's no wrong guesses is my thing. Go ahead and guess. If you're wrong, what is something that would suspend your disbelief while watching a movie or a show? What ruins the experience for you that makes you remember, hey, this is a movie? A jump cut. Okay. Yeah, definitely. A type of edit can, some edits are seamless that we don't even notice, like, oh, the shot changed. But if there's a jump cut or a bad framing or something technical, a technical mistake will suspend our disbelief and we'll be like, oh, why'd they do that? Or, oh, what do you think is another thing that could ruin? So like bad framing, continuity, Phil says. Continuity. So shot 1, I have this button, or shot 1, I'm holding this, and shot 2, I'm holding this, and we cut and it's a different shot. That's something that's like, oh, he wasn't holding that. And now we're not thinking about the story or the characters. We're thinking about, oh, they messed up. Maston.
Many things that could ruin someone's suspension of disbelief. Like just seeing something that shouldn't be there, not in a continuity way, but in more like you see someone's foot that shouldn't be there, or you see a boom mic, or you see like a cord, and it kind of just like, oh, hey, look at that. And then you're just kind of like, oh, yeah. you really just get sucked out of it.
A technical mistake could ruin everything. What else? Bree, did you have an idea? You don't? Okay. Well, if it comes back. Oh. Audio mix. Yeah. Technical errors are huge. All right. Remind me how to say your name again. I'm having
Sayla.
anxiety. Say it again.
Sayla. It's
Sayla.
like say la. So like
Okay.
That's how you say it. Is
I will do my best. I apologize. Say la.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So one of the things for me was I remember one time I was watching Race to Witch Mountain, or one of the movies, and
The original or with The Rock?
I think it was the original. It was the original because the green screen was so new, and it's like, oh, this is obviously green screen, and it was like a cool action scene and everything. But I remember watching it like, yeah, because you could like see bits of the like green on the edges because it was new technology. So I feel
absolutely. Special effects are a huge thing that like draws you back. Where it's like, speaking of The Rock, if you watch The Mummy Returns, you're like, wow, the Scorpion King is really bad in this section, and you just think about how bad it looks. But I've been watching these old, like early CGI movies, like Death Becomes Her or Small Soldiers, and it's like my big takeaway is like, wow, these special effects hold up and look better than like Ant-Man Quantumania, right? Like it's crazy where how back in the early 90s and 2000s, they had to be so intentional with what they were doing with computers. And now we take it for granted that they just shoot everything on a green screen and we're like, oh, we're going to make, 1,000 people work 1,000 hours to make the whole, appear on over here, but the characters aren't interacting. That's great. These are all great examples. What else? Angel. No. Jordan Peele horror film. It was about a mean cloud. Yeah. Well, it wasn't that. Well, yes. Do you want me to spoil it? Okay, cover your ears if you don't want to be spoiled about Nope. But it's Jaws. The movie is Jaws, but the shark's in the sky. Okay. It's not a Sharknado. It is a alien that kind of looks like a cloud. So, but it's like well, I'm just saying the whole movie is Jaws, but instead of being in the water, it's in the sky.
Some people say it's like some kind of thing that just exists in our planet, like an animal in the sky, and we've seen it for thousands and thousands of years.
Okay.
That's why UFOs are UFOs.
Okay, so maybe it isn't an alien, but it's like the concept of it, and yeah, that's actually interesting. I like Nope though. I think Nope's cool. It's the worst of his 3 films, but still good. But yes, that can suspend your disbelief if the plot doesn't make sense. If the acting is bad acting can be like, oh my gosh, why'd they cast that It's like when I watched Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I was like, why'd they bring her back? They should have killed her. She's the worst actor in the piece. What? They brought the woman. Yeah, Vanessa. Oh, she only acted in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Yeah, she's not in anything else because she's bad. Like she must know somebody. Okay. That's suspension of disbelief. That's a concept. Let's get back to our framing. See, I love getting distracted. It's fun stuff. Okay, so our rules of third apply to action as well. what's notable is, let me show you one more. I'm gonna share one more example here. Let's go and just look at the person, right? Now, what's interesting is the rules of third. You want to frame it properly. Like, so look, her eyes aren't on the area of intersection. It's actually her mouth. It depends how zoomed in we are on the person to get the proper framing. Because if we moved her down to right here, it would actually give her too much headroom, which would then make her seem short. And headroom is how much room her head is from the top of the frame. If we go too high, it makes her look tall, and then it becomes like, oh, the area of interest is here on her throat. Okay, yes. We're going to in just a bit. Let's not jump ahead quite yet. We will be using the camera. So you can see multiple subjects. We're still going to apply the rule of thirds there. Now, when you have multiple subjects, you kind of have to be like, who's the focus of the scene? Who is going to be the main focus? When we definitely use our camera and we have a two-shot, you can see like this one right here, they aren't the focus. It's the background. So we kind of center focus them. But notably, again, let's talk about me being focused on this screen. If suspension of disbelief, let's pretend I don't know there's a camera and you're watching me as a subject talking to someone else, I am going to probably be framed like this. I'm on the right third and I'm looking in this direction, right? I'm looking at Bree. I'm talking to Bree. Hey, Bree, how are you? This is the story that we're talking about and the framing, right? So proper framing, just by here, we have those look like this glow is actually one of my thirds, but you can see my eye or my face is there. I am kind of what is called here, who knows what size shot this would be. This is an MCU. Cinematic universe. No, this is a medium close-up, okay? And we're going to go over all of these. This is what you need to know for your assignment, but let's talk about framing right now. So what I'm doing is I am talking to Bree, and the way that we're talking to Bree is I'm not looking into the camera, right? I'm talking to Bree and you're watching me have this conversation. I am on the right third. And then what's over, I'm on the screen right, but what's on screen left third? What would we call this space here? Negative space, but also when we're framing our subject, we're going to call this nose room or talk space. Why? It's the direction my nose is going into. And also, this allows me to present that I am talking to the person, because then we go to Bree, and I'm going to play Bree in this shot as well. All right, now I'm Bree talking to Tim in this shot. So we cut from one shot to the other. Now I'm Bree. Hey, I'm Bree. I was a potato chip one time. Yeah, just one time. You can see that now I'm on the opposite third, vertical third, and my talk space, my nose room, is going in the opposite direction, so that when we put these two subjects together, we go one shot to the other, even though they're not in the same space, they look like they're talking to one another. Bree, can you come here for a second? All right. All right, you need to sit on that side.
Oh, you want me to sit?
Sit right here.
Oh, fuck it. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So for freight, was I on the other frame? I think we're backwards. Okay.
I sat right and then you told
Okay,
me to
let's
move.
switch then. Switch.
So really, whose fault is it?
It was my fault.
I know.
Everything's my fault. Okay, so then remember what our MCUs were. Now we're going to frame this where we're talking to one another, right? And we want to tilt it down a little bit. There we go.
Rule of
So
thirds.
you can see, like, our eyes are on the rule of thirds. We'd frame it a little bit better, but we're talking to one another. So if we cut our wide shot with the previous two shots, it makes sense that Tim is on the right talking left and Bree is on the left talking right. Okay, well, this is the rule of the 180 rule. Yeah, Phil.
Can negative space be like the focal point? Because like in your picture, like if you have someone on the extreme right and someone else on the extreme left, do your eyes automatically focus to one or the other, or can I focus right in the middle?
You can do this. This isn't like the best proper shot. We are going to talk about that.
Someone on the far right, someone on the far left. Do your eyes automatically focus to one or the other?
I personally go and look at a person, right? Like I'm always going to try to look at the person unless we're out of focus and there's something. That's the point. Okay, Bree, I'm going to let you go.
One's on the left and one's on the right.
Who do you look at? Well, that's up to you. I mean, realistically, there's always going to be a dominant person how you frame it so that you want to look. But if it's a two shot, I'm going to look at one, I'm going to look at the other, and whoever's talking is probably going to get my focus, right? As far as framing goes. Now, that being said, if we frame this to where, okay, imagine it's me and I'm talking to Bree, right? But we frame it so I look like this and I'm talking to Bree. And then we film Bree, so Bree is over here talking that way, and we put those two shots together, it's going to feel like we're talking away from each other, and it's not going to make sense. There's a show called Mr. Robot who intentionally incorrectly framed the characters to make they always felt like they were looking opposite from one another, even though in the white shots they were talking to each other, and they did that on purpose to make it feel uncomfortable for the audience. So I'm going to say, please, when you put your shots together, you want to make it make sense for the audience. You don't want your audience confused unless you're like intentionally trying to do that. But let's do it right first, and then you can get fancy. That's what I like to say. Before you can break the rules, you need to learn the rules before you can break the rules. Okay. All right. Let's talk about shot composition. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug. I'm going to switch my camera really quick. Hold on 1 second. All right, everybody in here, you're going to lose. Is that the best way to do it? Huh? Yeah, is that how it is?
This one on there, because we have camera to the screen. No, you took zoom out of the equation and pointed your laptop at the screen.
Yeah, okay. So hold on 1 second. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get the camera going in 1 second. I do want to show one more video before I mess up the TV monitor for everybody. Nope, we're not plugged in. Hold on 1 second. All right. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Technical. I think I had 2 laptops. Is that how I did it last time? Okay. Getting no signal currently. Let's try this for a second. Okay. Give me a second. Sorry. Why is it not working? Oh, I plugged it in the wrong one. That's sorry. All right. Sorry. 1 second. Nothing. This is great. Okay. I see the problem. Capable. I know what to do. Trading data. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that delay. Here we go. Let's take a look at this video. All right. Okay. I'm pausing it already, but I do want to tell you for project number 1, if you go on Canvas and look, there are 7 shots you have to make and represent. And you can do this multiple ways. I think the easiest way to do it is with your phone, shoot 7 shots, edit them together and upload it as a piece. Or even easier, they don't have to be edited. You could take 7 photos that represent these 7 shots and techniques that I'm going to ask you to turn in. Or if you don't want to even take photos, you could draw me a picture of every shot that represents proper framing and proper examples of shots. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. Okay. The shots that I expect you to know are ECU, extreme close-up, CU, close-up, MCU, medium close-up, medium, that's 4, long shot or wide shot. I want you to have an establishing shot, which is not really a framing, it's more a narrative device. And then I want you to have cross-cutting. And that's a editing technique. Now, how do you do cross-cutting if you send me photos? Well, it's how you put the photos in order are a great way to do it. We'll talk about this. Just know that this is going to be due week 3. So basically 2 weeks from today, it should be the easiest project to do. And what I like to do is next week, I will do the assignment in 15 minutes in class and turn it in. Now, that being said, that's the bare minimum. If you want to do the bare maximum, you can make a movie and just include all those shots and editing techniques in there too. I've seen that as well. You have 2.5 weeks. Music videos are easy ways. People like to do their pet videos. We'll watch some examples next week as well. But I pause that to say that this is an extreme long shot. So what does the extreme long shot do? Well, look at the person here. The subject here is teeny tiny, right? And we're looking at the rule of thirds. We can see that this lower third is kind of the horizon, the upper third's here, but this building kind of represents the other vertical third. When your subject is teeny tiny, that's an extreme long shot. What I recommend too is like, I'm not asking you to make an ELS, an extreme long shot, but what I can tell you is that extreme long shots are sometimes used as establishing shots. Now, what's an establishing shot? An establishing shot establishes the context of the piece. That means, where does this take place? If I was to shoot my project number 1 framing exercise here in the TV studio, I would go outside and shoot a extreme long shot of the exterior of the TV studio, because that tells the audience this takes place in the TV studio. Or if you watch Friends, The first shot is the outside of the coffee shop, usually, right? Or you see the exterior of their apartment. Or if you watch, what was the Thundermans, you see the outside of their headquarters, right? House, sorry, I forget which. I was thinking someone Danger. What's his name? Henry Danger, sorry. Yeah. So the exterior helps establish where it is. And the establishing shot almost comes first, right? You see the full house exterior. Yes.
Tim, maybe I'm confused. Can this establishing shot be not only could be a room, or does it have to be a building?
It doesn't have to be a building. It could be a room because it could just be an extreme wide shot of the interior of the TV studio, right? Maybe I go to the corner and get up high and be like, hey, here's the TV studio. It takes place. It can be inside. It's just about establishing where we are as a subject. Okay. I should have said this now. All you editors are like, what does this have to do with editing? Well, editing, we will get into the editing lecture starting next week. This is all foundational elements that will help you be a better editor as well. Okay. Extreme long shot. Okay. Medium close-up. So that's kind of like the shot that I am here in there. Medium close-up is the MCU. We require this. Always, since we're humans and we tend to shoot humans as our subjects, we're always going to use a human as kind of the measuring device. But anything I say here can apply to any object. So you don't have to use a human in your framing exercise. You could use your cup of soda. You could use your phone. You could use your dog. Just know that the proportions have to make sense for the subject. So the medium close-up is essentially chest up. So if you're seeing the person chest up, that's a medium shot. Now it can be in or out a little bit more. I almost always go, yeah, like right about here and up is a medium close up to me. All right. Okay. This is a long shot. Can also be called a wide shot. Long shots are what if, again, we're judging the person. A long shot has the entire person in the frame. I would have put him maybe a little bit over because he's kind of cheating on the line. Maybe he steps back. Also, just know that you're framing, because it's video rather than images, it can change a little bit because of how you framed it. But something like this, maybe they were trying to get this on the horizontal third to make kind of these cool, see the dogs are doing stuff. But a long shot shows your entire subject. So if you're doing it of your dog, you should see the whole dog. If you're doing it of a plant, see the whole plant. Or your car. All right. Calling that an extreme close-up is kind of a little bit, but it is like an image. Like for me, I would kind of like make the frame, a whole eye is an extreme close-up, or a whole mouth. This is kind of a really border one to me, but you really are cutting off forehead, and that extreme close-up could be just all face. It really, think of your subject, it's extreme because just by itself, you might not get the context of who this is or what this is or what's going on. All right, medium shot. That's a good one. Basically, again, we said chest up is MCU. Medium goes to waist. Waist or belly button is a good subject. If that's in your shot, that's your medium shot. You can see he's over here on the left. Our new subject's coming on the right. Also, notably, when we're working with cameras, we're working with focus. We control what's in focus and what's out of focus, and that's intent. Every shot that we shoot should have intent of who's the subject and why are we framing it this way? Why are we telling the story this way? So a medium long shot, I don't require this one, but good to know. Another name for a medium wide shot is a cowboy shot. Cowboy shot is, if you think of old Westerns, when they're going to do a shootout, it's basically shins up. So it's not the whole subject. It is basically we're cutting them off between the ankles and the knees. But basically shins and knees are present in this piece, as we can see. And in this shot, they're backlit. That's why they're dark. We can see the background's blown out. We'll talk more about that. All right, a cut in or an insert shot is an example that they're showing here. He was handed the envelope. Now we get a close-up of the envelope to show us what, it's giving us context of like, hey, this is important. Someone hands you a gun in a wide shot, you need a close-up of the gun so that our audience understands that, hey, this is a gun and we need to pay attention to it. Oh. There's your close-up. Head. Basically, here we go. This is a close-up for me right here. My head's in there. I'm going to frame it as best as possible. So you're going to like maybe cut the hair off. Try to keep the eyes on there. Notably, what I also wanted to say is where you put the camera is intentional, right? We go somewhere and the way we film something definitely influences how we see something or how we present something. So not only is the framing matter in storytelling, but also like there's other elements. But let me tell you, what if you had to tell me, if I was going to film a very personal shot, what framing would you do? Out of all those shots, what type of framing? We have our actor and the actor's going to cry. What type of frame shot out of those shot framing that we have, those 7 shots I told you? A close-up. How come a close-up? But why? So we want to capture the emotions. Yes. Getting close to someone and like, that's a great way to feel emotion. So if we have our actor is going to cry, making an extreme long shot so they look all teeny tiny, you can't see the details in the face. I mean, we're going to have an extreme close-up to see the one tear go down my face because I was sad because I failed the framing exercise because I didn't understand it. So it's on canvas, but just know that you need a establishing shot, which is usually an extreme long shot. A long shot or wide shot, both are similar names. A medium shot, a medium close-up, a close-up, an extreme close-up, and then the other thing is a technique called cross-cutting. Now, what cross-cutting is it's basically an action-reaction. So what cross-cutting in their example was their cut-in, was they went from the guy holding the envelope to then seeing the envelope, then to cutting back out to show that he's still got the envelope. A good example would be of cross-cutting would be, it's a shot of me, I'm ready to fight. Then we cut to a medium close of Angel who puts up their dukes and is ready to fight me, and then cut back to me. So it's going from one subject to another and back. That's what cross-cutting is. So that establishes that, hey, I'm going to fight somebody, I'm the subject, and then we find out, oh, this is the person that Tim's going to fight, and then you go back to the subject. That's what cross-cutting is an editing technique that I want present in your piece. So for example, the piece we just watched of all those framing things, 100 points, easy. And all they did was put music, and they went to an area. And what I do like is putting on the fonts. You can put on the fonts to establish your shots. Otherwise, when we watch, by the way, anything that you make in class, we're going to watch in class. So we're going to watch, and we're all going to critique and give positive feedback. And it's all learning opportunities. So either you could put it on there, or we'll watch your piece and I'll make you say, hey, shout out when the close-up is, because I want you to know these framing exercises for sure, because it's really, really critical that we know these how to properly frame, because not only does proper framing allow us to suspend our disbelief, it just makes that it's one less technical error. If something's misframed, that's going to really hinder how you tell your story. Because we talked about basic framing, everything, but what's interesting too about the camera is not only where we put the camera or how we frame the subject in the camera, but where we put the camera matters. Because where we put the camera, we can change the angle of our camera. Let's say, for example, okay, so we lost the signal up there. Well, everybody at home can see it. Okay. All right. So imagine I do the whole course like this. Okay. And I'm talking to you. A, it's not very comfortable for me. But B, just looking at me like this, who can tell me what emotion or feeling does this make you feel about me as the subject?
Like condescending almost.
Sela, what'd you say?
Like condescending almost, like you're just like looking down at us, like mocking us, or just like makes us feel small, but
makes you feel small. Yeah. Exactly. And why is that? Because we're humans, right? Because we were all once children and we were small. And when we looked up, we literally had to look up at our people who were adults in our lives, right? So if the angle is lower, if the camera is lower, pointing up, that makes me what? I feel like you're being condescended to, or I'm an authority figure, right? Have you ever noticed that when the president of the United States speaks, and this is any president, not just the specific one, the president is, the camera is always slightly lower, and the president is standing there, the eyes never looking into the, looking like right here, I'm on the same level of the camera and I'm looking in. But if I'm up looking down, what does that mean? That means the people that I'm talking to are lower than me, which means I'm higher than you. And subconsciously, us as humans will be like, okay, that person, it has authority or is the boss or whatever. So just know that when you go and watch and your boss gets up on a podium and they take a step up, it's intentional. They want you to know I'm above you, right? We go on stage to be above the person below us. And that's part of the fun of framing. So then, if the person who's above, who's framed, the camera's low, framed up, gives authority, what do you think it says then if the camera is high, looking down at me? What if I talk the whole thing this way? If I gave my lecture and the camera was this high, what does this say? I'm not as authoritative, right? Yeah, you as the subjects are looking down at me. It makes me look, not necessarily will it be like he doesn't have authority, but it makes me, at least from this angle, seem shorter or smaller. That's the same with framing. If I frame myself low and up like this, now I look like diminutively different than when I looked, like right here, right? If I'm at this angle, I'm probably tall looking down, or I'm here and now I either have less power, I'm looking up at you, and the subject. Now, also what this angle does, well, it like chisels my jaw and I look, I don't look as, that, yeah, exactly. So it's funny. Grant always puts his up right like this, and I'm like, no, no, no. He's trying to, I know the tips. I know the tips, right? But so then tell me. So the camera's high, looking low. It makes me maybe not feel like you're looking down on me. I don't have quite the amount of authority. If the camera's low, I have authority. I might be condescending. I'm definitely looking down on you. What if my eye level is on the same level as you? Equal, right? Yeah. This is a neutral stance. So if you like, this is something that cinematographers and directors have to think about. Where do I place the camera? Is it at eye level? Or we've shot things where it's been too low and it gives a weird feeling. Or we've shot things where it is intentional that this character, we are always going to shoot from slightly above to just make it feel like, oh, I'm looking down on this person because it's my secret villain. I don't want people to think this is the villain. So I am going to make it seem like this person isn't as important as anybody else. Oh, Marty's just chatting. Sorry, I just saw this. Show them Jason's. Yeah. Okay, I will show. Marty made one last semester, and yes. Okay. Okay, we're not going to glaze Marty right now. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is okay, great. So does that make sense? Angle is intentional. Now there are a bunch of other types of fun shots. Dutch angles are, if I'm going to, here we go. If we're going to frame it weird like this, what does this do, right? Or this type of shots. This is a Dutch angle. It basically makes it feel out of place. Could be weird, could be intentionally the character is having a freak out or something. Also, how we hold the camera is going to matter. Like if I hold my laptop and I'm handheld, this gives me more of a fluid, kinetic energy, whether or not then let's put it somewhere still and it's on a tripod. So it's, you have to decide, how am I going to film my piece? And just know that like handheld, can be cool in some situations, like action fighting scenes, but when it's like, hey, I'm just talking, it's distracting. It can be nauseating. The movie Cloverfield is shot entirely POV, which is point of view, right? So it's shot like we are the camera person, and there's like a Godzilla that attacks, basically, and the reports came out that people were getting nauseous watching this movie in theater. And so, you know what I say? I say, awesome, let's go see it. I want to feel something at the movie theater, laugh, cry. I've never seen a movie that made me throw up. So I'm like, let's go. That's going to be great. So I took my wife, and then like 20 minutes into the movie, I'm watching Cloverfield, and my wife is like, oh, hey, Tim, I feel nauseous. And I turn to her, I go, awesome. And then we watched the whole movie. And then after the movie, she's like, yeah, I didn't really like it. It made me sick. I was like, oh, I wish it made me sick. That would have been awesome. And she's like, I thought when I told you I felt sick, we could like leave. And I'm like, you should have told me you wanted to leave. I'm like, I'm sitting there the whole time wishing I got nauseous from a movie. And yeah, I think imagine making a piece of art that makes people throw up. That sounds amazing, right? Like people like Interview with a Vampire. There's a scene where like, oh, the show? I'm talking about the movie. And in the movie, people were throwing up in the movie theater because Tom Cruise ate a rat. And it's like, you watch it now and you're like, that's nothing. Like, that's what makes you throw up. But yeah, I'm not a squeamish person, but I have always been like, I want to watch something that makes me feel motion sickness or something. Oh, I've seen that. Yep. No, I know. Trust me, I've seen John Waters. Doesn't make me nauseous because you can't smell it. I think if smell, yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. That is the framing. That is aspect ratio. What we're going to do, people on Zoom, is we have a camera here and everyone's going to get a chance to play around with the framing. You can play around with your Zoom cameras, but touching the camera and actually using it is something that is the lab. So if you have your phones, you could definitely do that. I'm going to point this camera at the monitor so you can see everyone playing with the framing and see the class, okay? But otherwise, if you don't want to sit and watch this, I'm not gonna make you do this, but it's a good opportunity for everyone here in class to touch the camera. I would love it if you had a camera, you could play around with the framing as well. Yes, Marty, it is the same link for Zoom. But I'm going to keep talking, so I'll probably still give some instruction. I'm just saying that at home, it might not be as fun as here in studio, but let me turn around, you can see, and we'll set up in just a second. And please, just talk if you want to ask a question or something. I can move the camera and get you closer to showcase the elements of our camera here in studio. In fact, I'm going to turn you around here so you can see. Well, we are going to lose it because now you can see here is our Sony camera. This is what our low HD camera right here. It's a Sony. And we are going to set this up just so we have the ability to play with it. If you want to be the first person. In fact, we're going to do this. I got this. Okay, and we're going to do this. Bill, you want to be the first subject? Okay. Maybe we'll give you try to frame it for the Zoomers. A little bit better. Okay. All right. Frame it so my laptop doesn't fall off also. Okay. No, I'm just making it. Okay. You can, so Zoom, you can see that is what the camera is seeing. And there, right here is, I should just point at it. Right there's the camera. So me as the subject, I'm going to be right here. And then I am going to be like, okay, Phil, let's do a extreme close-up of Phil.
Extreme close-up.
You can. Oh. Okay, Phil, I want you to look at Liliana. So then I'm gonna go right there.
Feels like I'm watching a scene from like fourth.
So there you go. So now look at my framing here. Phil, you're not gonna look. We'll switch. Everybody's gonna switch. But look right here. Phil's eye. Phil, you can't move though, Phil. Okay. Phil's eye right here. Oh, you made it go out of focus. Okay, there we go. All right, it's on autofocus right now. But I, as the filmer, am going to intentionally try to get this eye right here in the area of intersection over there. Because also just know that Phil's talking to Liliana, so I'm still messing with negative space here. Oh,
you keep doing it.
I keep doing it. It's technical. Okay,
I'm walking here.
Hey!
You're messing it up the fan.
I messed it up.
You should move it to HDMI 2 because
that's better settings.
That.
It is better settings?
Yeah, HDMI was nicer.
Okay, this one is more.
Okay, let's fix it then. All right, we're updating it. Okay, there's Phil back there. Okay. So you can see. Okay. That being said, all right, let's turn the audio down. I don't want to be the person running. Who wants to run the camera first?
Yeah. I'll go check.
All right. Phil, do you know? I can be the subject. Okay. All right. MCU. Right. Okay, we can see that, but here, I'm going.
All right. So still looking at Liliana, or am I looking where?
Okay. Right. So you can look at Liliana.
Okay.
Okay. So we need to zoom out.
Right.
So on this camera, we either have a zoom ring or we have the lever right here.
Oh, okay.
So if you push down, you're going to zoom out and zoom in. Just on this camera, it has the trigger right there to zoom out and zoom in. Or right here is a zoom ring on the camera.
Okay, so it's either these two, right?
Either of those two.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Medium close up. So remember, chest up, right?
Just slouch.
And remember your thirds. So Phil's eyes are way up above the upper third. So you're gonna need to tilt up. So how do we tilt up? We're gonna, okay, you should just be able to tilt. Push the bar down, you go up, and then that locks it down. And then it's slightly out of focus, right? The focus is the front ring, but we actually have autofocus on. So let's turn that. Okay, let's turn the autofocus off. Okay, now it's manual focus. So this right here, that ring right there is your focus. So we want to get his eyes being in focus is a good way to showcase that. All right, show us the focal ring again. It's the front ring, yeah, right there.
Front ring right here.
Yep.
And then
And you turn it left and right.
yeah.
And
This
look,
would be out of focus.
now we're really out of focus. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. Great. So that's an MCU. Who wants to show me a medium shot? Austin, come on.
Which one's the
The tilt? Okay,
Yeah,
so the
the tilt.
tilt lock is right here. So this, of course, is our tripod. So the camera is attached to the tripod. The tripod is a triangle, a pyramid, and it's the strongest shape. If you loosen this, you'll be able to tilt. Tilt is the motion of the camera. If you tilt up, your image will go down. If you tilt down, your image will go up. Tilt is up and down. Who knows what left and right is with a camera? Anybody know what left and right? That's not right. I'll give you a hint. Yes, Phil just said it. Pan. I was going to say bread in Spanish. Pan left and right. So that's when the camera does this motion, left and right. Okay. And then the other movement is, you said dolly. Dolly is physically moving the whole camera in or out. So since it's on wheels, if you dolly in, you move closer to Phil. Okay, or if you dolly out, you move farther away from Phil. It's physically moving the camera. And if you move left or right, that's called trucking. So if you truck left, you're coming this way. If you truck right, you're going that way. Pan, tilt, truck, dolly. And you can also zoom. Zoom is another way, and we're digitally changing the focal length or the distance of the zoom lens. Not all lenses can zoom on a camera. All right, do a long shot of film now. You might have to zoom out. You might have to try dolly out. Remember, long shots are going to show the entire subject. So, yep, there you go. Feet, put it on the left or the right. Okay, great. Yeah, great job. You feel comfortable with that? Great. All right. What about a close-up? Do you have to truck in? Try the zoom first before. Yeah. Oh, bro. Okay, Phil, get up. I'm gonna switch. Okay. Get behind it too.
Yeah, take it again.
Get behind it too, just because I love you.
It's very worth just standing up, looking at it right there.
Yeah.
It's very worth it.
You should all switch. Feel table if you want. Remember, 7 shots. Extreme close-up, MCU.
One of you can get in there.
Medium, long shot, establishing shot across bend. Which one do you want to do next?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Medium shot.
No pressure, just take your time.
Where's the zoom on it?
The zoom, one of the. Okay, so no, that's not true. So
No, I was just saying,
so,
like, look
it's
at
one of these two. So the zoom ring, so there's the focal ring and the zoom ring.
Okay.
So zoom ring, but this camera, okay, sorry. This camera had, well, we're gonna learn in a minute. If someone asks you, I do the thing like how to pick up. So the trigger, this is the lever. What's good about this camera is it'll give you a good solid zoom. Why? Here, this is a great lesson actually. So a camera like this has a lever on it. We're gonna do more lessons, but the lever zooms in and zooms out. We can actually see me touch it and we can see it zoom in and zoom out. Liliana, just move a little bit back. Take a step back. Okay, sorry. I just want them to be able to see. I'm zooming and zooming out. What's neat about this camera is because of this trigger, if I gently tap on it, it's going to do a slow, continuous zoom. Triggers like this or remote levers or controls is controlling your zoom. If you have a zoom lens and you don't have a lever like this, then you're reliant on using the zoom ring. But what's the problem with manually doing it with my hand, with my hand here, rather than a trigger? What do you think? What do you think the problem would be? Yeah, Lilian.
Risk getting your hands in the shot, maybe?
Risking it, well, my hand's always going to be behind because I'm going to be standing there. It won't get in the shot, but that's a good guess.
You only got so much risk.
You only got so much risk. And what's fascinating about your wrist is if you go like this, that's only 70 degrees. So I really only can zoom out as far as I can bend my wrist, because look, even if I'm doing here and I'm doing this zoom out, watch how I go like this. So I'm going to do that. And I didn't make it all the way. I had to then stop. So can I do a continuously fluid? Also, look, let me do a smooth fluid zoom. Well, look how it looks. It's like chunky, right? Like it's where we're not seeing this type of zoom, right? Like, look, even like I'm going to just slowly tap it and it's going to do just a slow, continuous zoom out. And then as much pressure as I put on it, it's going to be continuous. So I'm limited with the amount of wrist action that I can use, and I'm limited by me being a human and breathing and having heartbeats and stuff that will make my shot not as fluid as possible. That makes sense at home? Hopefully.
think you're giving people motion sickness.
Yeah, I was like shaking it a bunch. Hopefully it wasn't as crazy, so. Okay. Well, again, at Zoom, if you have questions or anything, jump in. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep playing with that. So, yeah, now play with the trigger and you do it yourself. So.
Just double checking, you have the volume up, right?
Yeah, volume's definitely up. You can
Okay.
hear me, right?
Talk about their
okay,
volume.
thank you,
Talk
thank
about their
you.
volume.
No, they can talk as well.
I touched me. I'm like, really?
Oh, yeah, well, the
Okay,
trigger does take a second to learn, right? So when we're using the red, okay.
But this screen keeps coming
monitor
back.
keeps
Okay.
cutting.
Yes, okay, so your viewfinder, it's going to be, if this thing gets bumped, it defaults to then the eyepiece. Look, now, okay, so did that turn off? Okay, look in here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's an eyepiece. Now, what's interesting or a stupid feature here is if I put my hand over here, it thinks I'm looking at the eye. So you could be standing too close to it.
I could be too close.
Yeah, so that's always going to be it. If I'm getting there and I need it, you can always just put it up like that, and then you're out of there. Okay. So, looking at your shot, now do framing. Talking to Austin. How should you frame my shot, Liliana? I wanted
Oh, you still want it to be.
I want it to be a medium shot. Okay, that's more a medium close up.
Medium, okay.
I want a medium shot. Do you remember what part of my body should be in the shot?
Oh, from kind of waist.
Waist,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Waist, belly button, basically waist. So, and then I should be properly framed. You should put my eyes on the other third that you are. And then think of the vertical curves. I'm kind of centered. So this would be good if I'm there. Okay, you're trucking. You can also pan the camera. So
is it on lock?
Our lock, our pan lock should. That's that one. That's that one. Okay.
Do you want me to decline that?
Yeah, let's decline it.
Okay.
So it was moving because we didn't have the locks there. So try left or right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So it's.
Let's do.
You just want to. That's right. Yeah. Because I wanted to miss this.
Okay, great. Cool. Austin, I trust you.
Yeah. Just letting you know what I want to do.
Okay. Talking to Austin. What do you think? Yeah, that feels better, right?
Like right.
I would almost even tilt down a little, just right there. It's good, right?
Yeah.
What's the only critique you would say about this shot?
Maybe like not rule of thirds, but like it just kind of feels. If you're talking to someone right now, it kind of feels empty, right?
It's a pretty wide shot, right? Like if I'm talking about Austin, then we would do the reverse and we would see, okay, we're far away, right? If it was two shot. Because normally, if I'm talking to someone, it's probably not this distance, right? But this is good. This is good framing. The only thing I would critique is think about angle. What is the camera eye height? Is it above or below me? I'm not talking about tilt angle. I was just talking about the angle of the camera.
It's too low.
It's low, right?
Yeah.
So that's giving me like the authority thing, right? So how do we fix that with our camera? Raise the tripod up. Do we know how to do that? Do we want to try that?
I do. I can do it. Phil, do you want me to?
Help
Yeah.
them.
All right, so folks. So what you want to do?
You loosen the three legs. It's the middle area right there. Loosen those. And then working together, someone's going to raise the camera and the other people will tighten.
Double check. I can grab it down. You're good. Double check with you.
Yes.
Okay. You have to.
You want to get eye level, right? And then Master, you'll say, I'm good.
I'm good. So
Okay, so
tight.
tighten it for me. It's great, but all three are Titans? Great. It's a little wonky. What does that mean? Okay, so our camera's a little wonky. If you look at the framing here and you look at that, why is it wonky? Well, the camera's slightly off axis, and we can notably here, right? Like look at the frame right here. It's in upwards. It's hard.
I don't think they can
sloping up.
The laptop's also slanted.
Okay, well the laptop's slanted. Okay, so that. But for us here, you can see that it's not perfect. Like if you look at the Thor, it's a sideways angle. So how do we fix that with the tripod?
Like,
well,
are the tripod legs equal?
The tripod legs could be equalized, right? Like, so one way to fix it would be to go like, okay, maybe that's better. This leg was taller, but is it perfectly level? How do we know? There's a level bubble right here. Well, how do we get it perfect? So then I have to make my legs perfect? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab up here on the top of the camera. I'm going to loosen this right here, which is the tripod head. And the tripod head allows me to level my camera without getting the legs perfectly equal, right? Because sometimes, what if we're shooting outside and we're on a rock, and there's a rock that one leg's going to be tiny and the other two legs are going to be long, or it's not going to be equal like we're in the TV studio. So someone look at the bubble, and then you're going to get the bubble dead center. And when you have the bubble dead center, tighten it. Okay. Go ahead. Learn by doing. That's my opinion.
I agree.
Do you know Geronimo's favorite song?
What is Geronimo's favorite song?
Geronimo, what's your favorite song?
He's a fan of Shrek.
Oh, yeah, it's a song in Spanish. It's called Fan de Shrek. It's literally what it says. Fan de Shrek. Fan de Shrek.
Thunderstruck.
Tim thinks it says
Talking about
Thunderstruck. Yeah.
but it clearly
So we have
says
Thunderstruck.
Fan de Shrek.
Find the Shrek. Yeah, I was about to say, you talking about Thunderstruck AC/DC?
It says Fan de Shrek. It doesn't say
Find the Shrek! Yep. Fan of Shrek! What do we think? Is the bubble? Is the bubble?
Okay, the bubble is a bubble.
The bubble's a bubble.
Fix it, Liliana. No, make it level. Yeah.
No,
Is it a little too tall?
where do I?
Okay, yeah,
I'm
grab
pretty
there, that's
sure,
safe.
so-
That's okay. You want to loosen this, so lefty
Oh,
loosey,
okay.
and then putting your hand up here means the camera.
That is
won't
so real.
Yeah, I can't tell my left and right apart too, so that kind of.
So then look at the bubble, and then you're gonna righty tighty it, so go back. Also, I will tell you right now, TV studio. If you have the opportunity to come to the TV studio, it's awesome.
It's so much easier to explain everything that's been going on.
But we'll do our best to showcase this and show examples.
All right, I'm out of here.
Okay, great. Thank you. We'll
Have
see
a
you on
good-
Monday. We'll see you next week. Or are you in class tomorrow? Okay. I'll see you. See you.
Later, dude.
Okay.
I might
if
tighten
you
you,
go-
I can't tell.
I think you're loosening.
I can't tell.
I was like, it's about to fall off. Okay. Okay. You're there.
I think
Now
that's
I will
good,
tell
right?
you this. Moving on.
Yes.
Takes like 30 seconds to get there.
Being short in class means we have to activate one of our favorite filmmaking tools. You know
The
what that's called?
box.
Nope.
No, that's not recording.
Nope. Angel got it. That's an Apple box. Apple box. So feel free, step on that. That's literally what it's for, is to get up higher.
That's better.
You do
yeah.
it for a set, if that feels good. That is so that all of you
Yeah.
know.
Fan of
a
Shrek.
full Apple box. So they make them in quarters and halves. We have a couple back here.
Fan of Shrek. Yeah,
Ask anybody on.
You see this right here? This is a half Apple box.
Or a check box.
So Again, why do we have these filming? Sometimes we want the camera to be low and we want to put it on a thing. Sometimes we want to use these to get the tripod higher. These are all things that you need to know. Apple box. This is a half apple box. It's just basically a wood box that you step on or use to raise the camera, raise the subject. We use it so when a smaller person needs to see something taller, we can absolutely access these. Specific stuff. Okay. Breathe.
Right.
Why don't you get behind the camera?
Okay. Behind it?
Yeah.
You can move the box.
I want you to frame me
or not.
As you
or not. Yeah, you know, or not. Up to you.
Frame me in a wide shot or a long shot.
How the fuck do I zoom out on this? Never used it in my life.
Yeah. Ask everybody who's going about like that.
Or the cap up here. Oh, good.
Nice.
There's also a button on the top that says TW. What does that mean?
I couldn't tell you into the head.
T and W?
Yeah, trigger or warning? I don't know.
Trigger warning.
Towards and withdraw.
Huh.
Somebody put me to the button.
Towards and withdraw.
Towards and withdraw.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Oh, well, we've already maxed
I always
it.
thought
So.
two and away for some reason. I always thought W was away.
Is this
So
good?
W away.
Everyone, let's judge Bree's framing. Is this good?
For what?
A long shot.
Long shot?
Long shot.
I thought it was tortoise and whale.
Well, you took fucking the step forward, brother.
Okay. How's your framing though? That's what I want to know. You got me a white shot. How's your framing?
Ass.
Then fix it.
I wouldn't say. Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Perfect. Here's a white shot. I'm there. I'm looking in this direction. Now, if I'm looking in this direction, that's your shot.
What if you're dancing in front of the camera?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my Russian.
See?
Yeah.
Great. So you frame me the other way. Great job. Push it.
I love the singer about the Muna and the tuna and the springer.
Do the RR choreography.
Wait, what was the question? Did you say something here, Zoom? No. It's okay.
I was joking.
Oh,
What was the joke? Say it
we
again.
want to hear the joke. We didn't hear it.
You were dancing, and then I was just saying, I love the singer about the Muna and the tuna and the springer.
Yes. Sky blue. Yeah. South Park.
Type shit.
Type shit.
They put that in Fortnite. The singer.
You don't even play Fortnite.
I don't play
You're such a
Fortnite, but I'm
poser, too.
aware of Fortnite. I
You're
know
such a
that,
poser.
I know that
Talked about it already.
my best friend Goku was in Fortnite. So
I don't know
What the-
about friends.
So your best friend was Shrek.
I love Shrek.
That's his
I
wife.
wish he's not my best friend. I'm not.
So you're saying your wife can be your best friend?
My wife is my best friend.
That's
yeah, actually. And I also I made my best friend.
Pardon?
I made my best friend.
Like Frankenstein?
No, well,
Like Frankenstein or
if you
imaginary?
think about it,
Like Grant?
I mean, you make when you
Like
make
my
friends.
kids.
You know what? We're done with
Dude, you're
personal
always
questions.
hiding
Moving
from me.
on.
Anyway.
Next shot.
Who? Phil, have you touched the camera yet?
Not really.
Play with the camera.
Are they any the Apple Watch?
Just
You
sacrifice
don't have to
people.
be on Apple Watch to do one
I need my glasses.
See, that helps.
Blurry.
Which is the best Shrek movie?
Like
Two.
third.
No question too. I Need a Hero
Much better.
by itself is like one of the best moments in cinema.
Well, that version sucks actually.
Get 'em out.
It's all right. Shrek the Third is the worst Shrek until 5 comes out. I'm really worried about 5.
Mr. Beast.
Wait, there's a
I
four?
There's supposed to be a 5. Yeah, 4 is
Which is that one?
happily ever after, isn't it?
Forever after.
A 4 ever
What's
after.
What's that one about?
That's the one.
I could explain that one.
Is that the
So
one with
Shrek-
the golden
Shrek
goose?
makes a deal with Rumpelstiltskin.
No, that's Puss in Boots.
Oh.
right.
It is though, yeah.
Into never existing.
Oh, Rebel Stinky Pants.
Yeah.
You didn't like the witches dance scene, or what is it?
I loved that one. That scene was so good.
If your argument is like good,
I thought that was the third one.
No, that was the fourth one.
Which is the third one then?
The third one.
One is Trek the Third, and of course that's the one where Trek has to go meet King Arthur because he doesn't want to be king far. And King Arthur is played.
Isn't that the one where they do the cops?
Medium shot, please.
So bad.
The cops spoof?
No, the cop spoof is in the second one.
Second
the
one?
best one.
I don't remember
They
the third
pepper,
one at all.
they pepper spray. They pepper spray human Shrek, aka Hot Shrek. He's hot.
He is.
Always,
It's time to pay the piper.
he's always shot hot.
That's fourth. That's the fourth one.
Huh?
It's time to pay the piper.
That's
Somebody
right.
pay him.
No, that's right.
My
I
checkbook.
like a moving.
Get my
subject.
checkbook.
I like a challenge.
We're moving stuff, right? Like I'm gonna be talking. Hey,
I wish Tim had Rumpelstiltskin slick wigs. Is that way he had like tone indicator wigs?
How's that?
That is gonna be.
Phil, which direction am I?
Ooh, Jeff Buckley Hallelujah is so good.
How where?
That's what you see. More on that later.
That's in the first track. Okay, good, much better, Phil. How's my focus though? I feel like I'm soft and the background.
Right.
No comments.
You
What
are.
do I do?
You look
Drawing
right
mode
to
now.
me, but I'm blind
Check your,
now.
play with your focus. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Tim is soft.
That looks okay to me, but with my glasses, I can't.
Punch
That's good.
Is that okay?
Good to me.
We use the word.
Thank you.
Fish.
Plush.
I wouldn't say flush. I would say let's stick to fish.
How far over can I go before it's too far? I mean, well,
Well, what do you think? Play with your frame. See what looks good to you.
Imagine the grid.
I mean, if there's like someone there that you're talking to.
Ask
No,
him.
that's
Let's talk.
So I was thinking, I think we should get some breaks.
Why? I mean, I know I got a big forehead. I mean,
No, it's not that.
I mean, look how far that goes back. That didn't used to go that far back.
Can we go to Turkey?
I think.
Oh, what?
Can we go to Turkey?
Can you
We go to Turkey.
interview him?
I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah, interviewers. What the fuck? Why are we acting around? Wait.
Is it true you're Tom Hanks' stunt double?
No.
There's a mic right there.
I've never done that.
There's a real mic over there?
Yeah. Does that mean it's not plugged in?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No, I was never a stunt double.
Interviewer stands. Interview stands. I usually.
I've done this a couple times. I've done this.
You look like what's it called? What's that one
That's
guy
too
that
far.
interviews like the Canadian interviewer?
Do that in like interviews Tyler Creator.
You don't look like that.
So my only critique on this shot, Phil, would be where the camera is.
We're talking about Norm.
We have a weird.
Is it Norman?
We have a weird
Something like that,
plane,
yeah.
Right? Maston is standing closer towards the camera than I am. So that makes me look smaller and Maston look bigger in the frame. All we would have to do is have me step a little bit forward and you pan. And now, because remember, I was like this. And now, don't I look much smaller?
Yes, you do.
In the frame?
Yes.
But if we're on an equal, think of the plane of the camera, right?
Okay.
Like, so if we're equal on the plane of the camera, now we're both like accurately represented. So, do you like this framing? Think you have it pretty good. I would zoom out maybe a tiny bit, but other than that.
Oh, I kind of like it. I thought if I zoomed out, it'd be.
Do the dark or close to the.
You have to
That's
pull.
literally what you're giving.
You have to pull out a.
I wish I had like the
You have to pull out an old first grade picture of Tim and then and show it to him.
And then you gotta say, you're Tim Allen. We gotta have it.
You're Tim Allen. We're Tim Allen. We gotta have it. You know, get his name wrong.
Wait, it's not Alan?
No.
I've been saying it wrong this whole
How'd I
time.
spell your name wrong? Was that just a joke?
You're funny too.
No, I'm serious. Was it just a joke? Do you not have the accent over the O?
I don't know what that is. What does that do to it? Say it.
Geronimo. Geronimo, right? I have written your name. For some reason, that's how my phone has you. So
Well, it's as far as it goes back.
well, then what? If you need to go back further, what should you do, Phil?
Move the tripod back.
Yeah, you should.
If you need to go
should
back
dolly out.
further, you build a time machine.
How do you do that?
Well, so what
Box out of the way.
pose is an interviewer pose? Is it just
Brother, you're standing
Okay.
like count
what I'm gonna do here, thank you, everybody. We're gonna continue to play with the equipment in the studio. I appreciate all of you. What you can do over the weekend is, if you were here in class, I've recorded it. You all get credit. You do not need to do the discussion post. If you want to do the discussion post, fine. But otherwise, we are going to continue to play with the equipment in the studio. You could film your project one, and you can always turn your projects in early to get feedback. We're going to talk about revisions in the future. And if you want to turn it into me, and I'll say, oh, you need to fix these elements, then you for sure can get 100% of it. Okay, thank you. I'll see you next week. And Zoom people, I'm going to stop the recording.
No, not